Now, a lot of people are saying that if we eliminate any taxes in Texas, we're going to have to go to a state income tax. But I find it appalling that we could not reduce or absolutely eliminate property taxes in Texas. Why couldn't we go to a straight sales tax?
Okay, first of all, people of Texas this past November constitutionally outlawed a state income tax. Okay, that's issue number one. I was scared because it was on the ballot, and you never know what the electorate's going to do. But they did outlaw the state income tax. And the Texas GOP platform calls not for property tax reform. It doesn't call for property tax relief. It calls for property tax repeal. Right?
Yes.
And so at the very top of my list is the outlawing of property tax. So you go to my website, voteclaver.com, and you go to my issues page, and you will see the first or second one. I say outlaw property tax. Why do we want something that is part of the Communist Manifesto? The last time I looked around, Texans were not communist. I think we do believe in individual property rights, but until we eliminate property taxes, we don't have individual property, private property in Texas. So step one, before we talk about anything else, is we must eliminate the property tax, period. Outlaw it, period. Get rid of it. Not only is it communist, I mean, it's a straight theft.
Well, I think the property tax is a communist idea, and it looks to me like it'd be a relatively simple formula to figure out, based upon what I estimate to around 11 million illegal aliens living in Texas. If we go to a simple straight sales tax, and then every illegal alien in Texas that's not currently paying taxes gets to buy, every time he goes to the store, buys baby formula or diapers, he gets to pay the tax.
Well, it's the biblical prescription for taxes. The Lord God, in establishing the tithe, said everybody paid the same rate. If you made $1, your tax to the Lord was a simple
10%.
10 cents, right?
Yeah.
If you made $1 million, then your tax to the Lord would be $100,000. Everybody pays the same rate. You know, when I'm out there and I'm knocking on doors, Doc, and I present to the voter, the potential voter, the idea of outlawing property tax, I can't tell you how many times they said, and replace it with what? How do we replace it? You replace it with nothing. Nothing. You don't have to replace it with anything. And for several reasons. First is, we take our current sales tax, our consumption tax at 8.25%. Only 2.25 stays locally right now. 6 cents goes to Austin. What we do is we split it 50-50. We keep 4.125 here in the county locally to take care of county business and ISD. And then you take 4.125 to Austin. They need a cut in revenue anyway. But the biggest thing is, as we all know, is that when you cut taxes, you create economic activity. We see it with the federal income tax. Usually what happens is after you cut the federal income tax, you get an economic boom, and then you get to some nominal level of economic activity where the income tax cut sort of fizzles out. When you talk about eliminating property tax altogether, what you are launching is a multi-generational economic boom. That's what's happening. So we will receive actually more revenue into Austin. In fact, the economic model, the one that I like the best, says that we could reduce the sales tax to 6.6, split it 50-50, 3.3 and 3.3, and still stay revenue neutral, because you're talking about generational economic boom, getting to a nominal level, economic activity nominal level after outlawing the property tax. Nobody knows how long that could last. Okay, so there's no lose situation in it. You have to replace it with nothing. Eliminate it. People forget that you have an entire huge bureaucratic section of the government that gets eliminated called the appraisal district. That's gone.
How much money would that save the state of Texas?
Utterly gone.
But then who would arrest me?
Who would come and confiscate and foreclose your house after you paid on it for 30 years?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
and that's a racket, by the way. People buying these houses for the property tax bill.
That's right. And but all 254 counties in Texas, the appraisal district level of bureaucracy would be eliminated. Whatever is necessary to administer the property tax in Austin, eliminate it. Okay. So let's get it done. The people of Texas have called for it. It's a legislative priority of the Texas GOP platform. Let's get it done. But you got to get people up there that have the will to do it, that have the compunction to do it, have the guts to do it. You got to vote for me.
You got to vote for Claver, guys, if you want these things to happen. I'm going to check the chat room in a minute to see if you're getting any points in there.